I think it's a very understandable need to keep searching for recognition, to keep searching to be recognized that you are a genius, that you are someone who is very capable artistically, very capable, practical wise, that you want to be known as like a genius, a tour, someone who has like a lot of feelings deep inside, and you're a very sensitive soul, and you're full of feelings and ideas and thoughts and stories, right? But I think that's something you grow out of, honestly. Like, it's something you have to grow out of, or you're gonna keep searching. And the way that you grow out of it is by, actually having a partner, romantic or otherwise, or maybe your own family, your own father, your mother, a sibling, someone from real life that truly engages with you, that truly recognizes you for the person that you are, full-hearted, wholly, every fucking aspect of you, very just full-faceted, flaws and all, because whatever you show online will never ever reach that full depth. And trying to search for the recognition that you're some genius, a tour, sensitive soul who has a lot to say inside but is so quiet, you're never gonna reach it. You're never gonna find it. And the only way you can find it is through real life relationships. And I'm not gonna mince words and be like, oh, I know that's harder than it is said than done, because no, you have to, or you'll fucking die and you'll starve. Okay, you'll starve for love, you'll starve for attention, you'll starve for recognition all your life, unless you actually go out and engage with the people that you have in your own real life, because you will never find it on the internet. You won't. You'll keep fucking searching and you will be a void. And I'm very lucky. Okay, I'm very lucky because there are people in my real life that do recognize that I am capable of all these things, this whole secret inner world to me, like my boyfriend, like my brother, like my brother's girlfriend, like my own friends. So please, touch grass, unironically, touch grass, engage with real life. No one's gonna fucking look at you, okay? Sometimes I give a little piecemeal of that to other people. I'm like, oh, I actually really like these 3 lines. I didn't know you were such like, an artiste. I didn't know you had these thoughts within you. I didn't know you were, you feel so deeply, that you think so deeply, because I know what it's like to be starved of that kind of, of that kind of feedback. And sometimes a little bit of encouragement is all anyone ever needs to just keep going and keep going and keep making art. The goal is to keep creating and keep making art and forging bonds and just, getting stronger, feeling deeper, connecting more. But I'll never give it to you fully. Unless you are my friend, you're my sister, you're my my comrade, my real life compadre, my real life, lover. I can't give it to you through online. I can't just, because no one ever could. So don't search for that recognition that you're a special soul, that you are another human that I could, lay my eyes on, and we're twin souls through online means. Fucking call your dad or something. Search for a real life person you could actually, make out and talk to and spend long nights in bed with. The internet will not do that for you. And if it does, it's only because you plan and you do actually meet up in real life, and you do actually just talk and feel with the person. It's like a thing with like a painting. There's a certain aura to it that you can't get through digital means, through a picture. And that's the same with a person. In fact, even more with a person. There's an aura to a person that you just cannot get through an Instagram reel or a video on YouTube, or like an entire channel with like 700 videos, or a picture. You can only get it through real life. And also, the thing about the Palestinian I don't know if I want to get into it, but like, listen, I'm fucking tired of seeing like activism and awareness posts online about it. I am, and I haven't even scratched the surface. And I know it's important to raise awareness, but what is the point of awareness if you're not actually going to do about it? And listen, you know what? Awareness helped me. Awareness of these issues of how they're starving these people out, treating them like animals, causing diseases within their ranks. They're killing the fucking children. That awareness of that helped me enough to actually want to donate, like, I don't know, $70 in fucking Singapore. I said I would never actually want to talk about this, but I don't want to talk about the fact that I'm donating. If I fucking could, I would just fucking donate and shut the fuck up about it. I would never want to speak about it with anyone. But this is important because I want you to know that you can't change the world through reposting on Twitter or Instagram. You need to actually do things. What is the point of activism without the action? What's the point of a protest without a consequence? What's the point of, I don't know, reposting pastel Instagram infographics where you're not actually doing anything on the ground to help? I mean, you don't have to go directly to fucking Gaza. Nobody does. No citizen, no, regular person actually does, unless they volunteer as medical aid or to join the ranks of the Palestinian people in their, ever diminishing army. But what you can do is you can donate. You can send medical aid. You can send food. You can send water. You can, volunteer to give your time maybe to some organizations that are trying to help those people on the ground. And I don't want to fucking hear more reposts on fucking Instagram about it. Okay? I don't. Activism is not a means to an end. In fact, it's counterproductive. By feeling like you've done something already, just by the mere fact that you've, I don't know, reposted an infographic. I know, I hate to keep bringing that up too, but like, sharing on your story that this thing that is bad is happening. It feels like you've done something just by the mere fact of doing that. And then what action is actually created other than just proving that you're somehow a good person? I reposted on my story because I don't want to forget. If you are indifferent to the people of Gaza, you are indifferent to humanity, and you dislike humanity. I truly believe that if you do not care at all, then you dislike humanity and you do not want to be a part of it. And you know what? I have sympathy for the Jewish people too. There's a lot of anti-Semitism that's ramping up, and it's very, very understandable because they're not exactly breaking stereotypes by doing all this shit either. But I have sympathy for the Holocaust survivors. I have sympathy for the Jewish people who are most affected by this but are not the perpetrators of this genocide. But just because that genocide was committed doesn't make it right for you to be the ones who are perpetrating it. It doesn't make it right. In fact, it makes it worse because it's hypocritical. I mean, just... I hate to be a schoolroom teacher, but two wrongs doesn't make it right. And my sympathy stops short when you're the ones who are actually the perpetrators here, and you are making victims, thousands of victims, in a situation that could have just not happened. And I know it's more complicated than that. Territory disputes, whatever. But we're all fucking human. And who are we? Who are we? What are we heading towards? What is humanity heading towards if we do not care about the children that are being fucking desecrated, that are being diseased, that are being affected, that are dying slow, cruel deaths, that are suffering trauma after trauma after trauma all their life? All they've known is war. If our heart and our world cannot stop for that, then what kind of world is that? Is that the kind of world that you want to live in? And I know it's like, wow, great speech there. Like, we all know this shit. But, like, I'm serious, you know? Send a bit of money. Even $5 helps. I mean, okay. You gotta make sure that if you are donating to these, like, international Muslim organizations, that if you want, you have to pay a bit of a tax to make sure that the amount that you pay in SGD or whatever currency matches the one in US dollars or whatever the currency they use in Gaza is. Because my $50 turned into 70. Yeah, I got over it because, you know, why in what world would I ever need those extra $20 more than the fucking people of Gaza? But just to be clear, when you're donating from your own currency to another country's currency, there will be an extra tax. And just stop fucking talking. Stop talking and start doing. Start donating. Start sending medical aid. You can still do your fucking social media activism, but do something. You know, I think the whole video that I'm doing right now could be summed up as: be a real person, engage with real life, do real shit. You will never find recognition through some great auteur online, through the merit of your own work. You will never actually affect real change if you do not follow it up with action. Engage with real life. Because we only have one. I know, cheesy, but we really only have one.